What's up? Andreas here, and got ourselves another exciting episode of Record Rants. This is number 5, I think. I'm going to start off by saying I got a little VCLT on Christmas, probably Christmas Eve, because I was gone Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and I came back, and there was a Wii box. Well, not so Wii. There for me from one Citizen Toxie 69, and it contained magic. Let me show you. This one here, Andrew Lay, Magician. This is a really good, I guess you would call it psych folk record. Put out on, reissued on Sunbeam. This, I think, is from, I'm not sure when the original album was released, actually. I never do research. I just show records. Thank you, Raul. This was awesome. I really did enjoy this. And then he sent me one of his favorite records from last year. I have not had a chance to listen to this yet. This is Samal, and see, the hype sticker here says, an excellent modern-day interpretation of classic Scandinavian progressive rock in the vein of Tas Valen Presidente, Landberg, Haikara, and Wigwam. Recommended for everyone. That means me. I'm sure some of y'all know who this is. Again, I haven't had a chance to listen to it, but I am looking forward to it. Thank you, Raul. And then he sent me a couple books, which I thought were awesome. This first one is like a bunch of album covers. You'll see a lot of, they're mainly like classic album covers, which is always good. I love having books like this around to peruse. Good coffee table material right here. And then this one, I am reading a lot within the past few months. This is next on my list. Raul sent this. There's a Riot Going On by Peter Doggett. I've read a little bit about this book, but I'm stoked on it, because this is the kind of rock and roll that interests me. So thank you so much, Raul. Books are almost as important as records, if not more important, because they influence them sometimes. Very exciting. I love to read. So it's been about 2 months since I actually went record shopping, because of Christmas, and I kind of switched gears, go from I'm typically a generous person, but became even more so generous this year. Spent quite a bit on Christmas this year, which is okay. Everybody was happy. So that's good. But, of course, after Christmas, it's like, okay, let's turn it back to this guy. So I went record shopping a couple days ago. I've only listened to a couple of these, but I'm really excited about these purchases. First up, we got Joanna Gruesome, Weird Sister. This was on Stephanie's Twee Girl She's a wonderful human being from Montreal. Her and I have become fast friends. Uh, she's just a great person, and she sent me a couple tracks off of this album. I really dug it. Um, it, I mean, some people think it's more modern-ish. Uh, and like, again, I haven't listened to the whole thing, but it really reminds me of like the kind of punky, Riot Girlish kind of music, um, which I was am a huge fan of. Plus, that cover is just fantastic. I don't know, kind of reminds me of like Daniel Klaus. And these guys are English, I believe. So very good. This was a recommendation from. I mean, most of these records were like VC influenced. I mean, that's a lot of my purchases are. You guys are, and priceless as far as your recommendations and such. But Daryl D Washington 607 to you newer fans. Highly recommended this one, Valerie June, Pushing Against the Stone. As soon as he showed it and kind of described it, I went and checked out a couple tracks, and I was just like, whew. She's from Memphis. She's really beautiful, too. And she does like it's kind of a mix between like Appalachian blues, gospel, rock type of thing. Like it's her own little thing. But yeah, there's some. I mean, if you're into that kind of trad music, trad rock, traditional type of stuff, get into this, man. She's kind of she's kind of coming up there, and I don't know. I would recommend Somebody to Love for those of you curious. It's really quite a touching song. Old Grecian Thunder's got a soft spot. This is a newer one from on Mississippi. I need to get to Mississippi Records, actually, the store. And I just actually went last night and watched. They're doing this monthly thing at one of the local theaters here, the Hollywood Theater, of just sounds or music related movies and such. And last night it was Joyful Noise and Space is the Place, Sun Ra, which was great to see on the big screen. I'd only seen it on my computer, but this is 100 Moons. It's a kind of a compilation of Middle Eastern stuff and Indian stuff. So get into it, fellas. Look at that sitar. I know Nathan just got a sitar. I'm really excited to hear you play, Nathan. It's one of the hardest instruments to master for sure, but yeah, stoked on that. Mammatus, Heady Mental. I have the other two albums from these guys, and I really enjoy it. It's like really heavy stoner jams. And plus this cover is like, I mean, their other two covers were, well, one of them was an Eric Roper, I believe, and this one, just, I don't know, fascinates me. It reminds me of like what's that guy's name? The guy who did all the old silent movies, French guy. Damn it. It'll come to me at some point. Anyway, this I haven't listened to this yet. I'm really looking forward to it. Mammatus. I've liked their other stuff, and from what I'm told, it's getting better. I just like the titles. It's Brain Drain, Main Brain, and then over here you got Brainbow and Brain Train. So good stuff. Of course, finally picked up Earthless. Mr. Horowitz, Mr. Morales, and the Twee Girl herself all love this record. And I'm sure a lot of you guys picked this up, and I just listened to the first album out of the two, and I got the some of you guys got the like light orange or transparent orange. I ended up with this one, um, which I'm okay with. That's a good color. I much prefer like the solid color, like opaque colored vinyl to like the translucent. So yeah, Earthless from the Ages, fantastic instrumental record. If you guys like fucking guitar, get on some Isaiah Mitchell, man. I think he's starting to do lessons too, or he started last year or something. I have no interest in learning from him because it would take me decades. But yeah, good one from last year. This is a Fred influence. His latest, one of his latest from his glorious return, was on French New Wave and post-punk. And I like New Wave and I like post-punk, but I saw this and I immediately thought of Fred. He probably knows most of the bands on here, but this is called Pink. I guess that's the way the French say punk. French Punk Anthems, 1977 to 1982. I'll just let you look at some of those. Most of them are Parisian bands, but you can see there's some from Mormont, Bordeaux, Rouen. I'm really stoked on listening to this. I want to get more interested in like how the other countries did it, you know what I mean? Even though I may not understand the language. Speaking of which, whoops, all the liner notes are in French. So I have to brush up on the Francais. Yeah, so I'm stoked to listen to Pink. And then I got 3 7-inches here. The first one, Light in the Attic. This is Iggy Pop and Zigzags doing Betty Davis's If I'm in Luck, I Might Get Picked Up. And on the other side, it's her version. If you guys know that song, you'll know it's a fucking barn burner. It's a great song. I love this little series of 7-inches. And then a local legendary business here in town has started a record label. If you guys know about Portland at all, you'll know about Voodoo Donut. They started a label, Voodoo Donut Recordings. The magic is in the hole. So basically, bands just get together. I know that some of these bands are made up of local, celebrities. And they form these bands like the Donut Boys. And basically the songs have to be about donuts. So on the other side we got Pink Boxes, which the Voodoo Donuts, their boxes are pink, doing Cheap Bastard. These are limited to 1,000. I got 683 on that one. And then this one, we got green group. Woo! Come on now, green vinyl. This is Deep Fried Boogie Band doing Return of the Tokyo Cowboy, which is, I believe, one of their donuts. And Donut Make My Brown Eyes Blue by the Deep Fried Boogie Band. Fantastic. I'm so glad I have these. And this is number 158 out of 1,000. And that's the sweetest cuts from the original Donuts. Just more of a curiosity item and, a little hometown pride. I guess I can call this my hometown now. Been here for 5 years. Anyway, till next time, kids. I love you and kisses.